Howdy, Possum Patty here, along with little Miss TT and Miss Stinky Winky Woes back there. And we are out in the living room for a silly Saturday share. So come on along. So out here in the living room, we have this coffee table that is like a display case. Now it does have a glass top on it, but we removed that. It's underneath the couch right now. And Mr. Possum was working on putting a strip of lights underneath the edge here so that we can light this up at night and see what we've put in here. And I've been working on sort of organizing some geodes and fossils and agates and a few different rocks here to make a nice little display. So I thought it would be fun just to give you a quick glimpse of a tiny portion of my rock collection that I've decided to put out here in the living room. Beside the glass top, the sides are glass, and also there are two glass doors in the front, which makes it convenient to open up and work inside. Little Miss TT. I just got these little plexiglass, very lightweight specimen holders. They came in a large pack with 3 sizes, small and medium and a little larger there. And I've got a lot of fossils. We got a fossilized coral and fern imprint and gastropods and ammonites back there, fish imprint fossil, fossilized bones, woolly mammoth tusk, quartz tooth, and then this guy, he is standing on some red Jurassic mudstone. This mudstone's from Pennsylvania, and it was formed after the Jurassic period. That's why he's got a dinosaur. And we got a piece of mica back there, got a very thick piece of mica there. And some fern fossils. And this is petrified wood. And the troll is standing in front of a beautiful geode, very large geode. I got both halves. Fossilized shark tooth. Now this is not a fossil. These are manganese dendrites. And you can see the fossils in some of these stones here. And this is Navajo sandstone from out west and obsidian from the Black Hills. And one of the names for this is pyrite sun disk. At first it was thought to be a fossil, but apparently it's just a special way the pyrite has crystallized on there. Looks like it's rays shooting out from the center on a slab of mud. And we got some different stones back here and more fossils. Picked this one up in Pennsylvania. That one's from Tennessee. Some different stones back there. This is a very old, what they call a trace fossil from the Devonian period. The worms would go down in the mud and make these like little wormholes. And then when the mud turned to stone, you could see where the worms had their little hole in there. And some more fossils from Tennessee back here. Got some agates underneath the fern fossils there. And this is malachite. Oh, and so this is a fairy stone. It's like a mudstone that something has left an imprint on. Probably some plants or something, or some insect trails or something in the mud there. They call them fairy stones. So this is just a few things. I just wanted to give you a quick look at this. And now Mr. Possum can put the glass back on. We're back at the table. And I just went over to the shelf to grab my Dirt Road Diary. This is my learning journal about rocks. And I gathered up a few things, and I want to do a page for my blue calcite. And I have an idea for the next page, which I may get started and work on that too. Oh, so since this is a Silly Saturday share, someone asked me about where do you keep your journals? And I'm just going to give you a quick peek at my journal shelf, which is right over there in the corner of the room by the closet. I just love to have my journals on display. You know, the covers of the journals are like little works of art to me. And I like them handy where I can grab them and work in them, or just take one out and have a look through. It's a tall, narrow shelf. So I'm going to start the video in this aspect so that you can get a total picture of what it looks like. And it's so funny that my stepdaughter was here yesterday and she says, "You're going to need a new shelf." And I said, "Oh, yepers, I am." So I'm going to take you in a little bit closer, but I'm going to flip the camera. So on the top shelf are some of my oldest journals. You can see 6 of them up there. And there's some fall journals and Halloween journals and Christmas journals. And then coming down to the next shelf, you can see a very big Christmas journal there, altered notebook, some more fall journaling and Christmas journaling there. And then coming down, another Christmas journal and a fall journal and a junk journal and nature journal and summer and gardening journals and a boho journal. And all these 3 shelves, all of these journals, 1 shelf, 2 shelf, and 3 shelf, they are all completely journaled and filled to the brim with memories and journaling. And down on the next shelf, in the corner there, those 2 journals are also completely filled up. And these are the journals that I have been working in right here. And then down on the next shelf, there's some glue books and junk journals right there. And there's Emma and Howard and some little golden book memory keepers that need to get filled up. And then down on the bottom shelf, there are just a couple of regular books and a collection of little golden books and some sketchbooks over there in the corner and some things that were gifted to me. Oh, and here's a box of little tiny junk journals in here. And so that is where I keep my journals. And thank you for the question. So the other day, I was in the closet and I was going through my tub of, random scrapbook papers that I got at the flea market last summer. And I was looking for something for my other journal, and I came across the page that I said, this is going to be perfect for my blue calcite, And so I pulled it out and I stuck it down in my book. And you might be familiar with the Disney cartoon Frozen. This is Elsa and her sister. And look at that background. Frozen, right? I said, that is perfect. This reminds me of like ice or snow, frozen snow, or it actually reminds me of part of a glacier we saw up in Alaska, at Glacier National Park. And I was like, this will be the perfect page. And then I went to crystallizedguide.com and I got the little tag about blue calcite. And it said it's for inspiration, expression, and intuition. And the affirmation is, there are no limits to my creativity. And I was like, perfect. That blue calcite's going to sit on its stand right next to me every day. Every day. So there'll be no limits to my creativity. So that is going to stay right there. And this is going to go in the journal. And I printed out a picture of my piece of calcite. I might trim this down a little bit. And I was reading some more about the calcite. And it's sort of like an energy channeling stone also. And it gently neutralizes some negative energy. And it actually helps you release tension. And I'm thinking release tension helps to achieve a free flow of energy throughout the body. And I'm thinking release tension, let it go. Perfect. So if you are familiar with the cartoon, the most famous song from the cartoon is Let It Go. So I'm going to trim this down. And this is going to be a simple page here. I have some, I did get some sparkly bits. I might decorate the page with that. And I do have some sparkly blue ribbon also. So I could add that. I don't know. We'll see. What else can I do? What else can I add, right? That might be enough, right? That might be enough. And then some journaling. I could journal right on that paper right there. All right, so what are we going to do first? All right, I grabbed a couple little pieces of scraps, and I think that I am going to use it as a little bit of a frame around the picture. I'm going to rip the sides, and the top and the bottom are going to stay cut the way they are. And then I have this dark blue for this. Now the picture has a sticky back, so I just stuck that on there, but I'm going to have to glue the card. I'm going to trim it up. There. Alrighty. Okay, I trimmed it nice with my slicer, and what am I doing now? And now I'm ripping it. I don't know, it's just too straight. Too straight. It was looking a little boring. Much better, much better. Alright, so. Okay, I have to play with the design here. Play with the design for a moment. Okay, now I'm not loving this. And the reason I didn't rip the top and bottom was because they're so narrow. But I wanted to use this piece of scrap. So it's okay to change your mind. It's okay not to use everything that you take out that you think you might want to put on the page. It's okay to change your mind midstream. I feel like I'm peeling an orange. One single piece. Okay. Oh, I could do something like this. Yes. I can overlap these two. I can put some snowflakes up there. And I can have Let It Go Oh, I can connect everything. I can connect everybody. Let it go like that. This might be fun, and then I'm just going to write everywhere on the page. So let me get these things glued down. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop the presses. Knew I want to put this ribbon. Yes, I do. Alrighty, I've got these glued down. I hope they stay down. I just used some of my tacky glue. Don't forget to put the cap back on. I used the tacky glue for the ribbon too. Now these are stickers, but I might add a touch of glue to where I'm going to put them. I don't know how old these are. I'm going for this color first. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Do we want more of a contrast there? I could put this silver one up there. Should we put one more? I could put as many as I want. I could put it, but I want to leave a little room. I want to do some writing because it is a learning journal, so I have to write something down. So these are going to get glued on here, probably something like that. I think that fills the page very nicely. Well, I think this page is looking very sparkly, just like my blue calcite over here. And this is something I did back in my nature journaling days. I would sketch and do illustrations on the page and then just kind of write notes everywhere. And it's kind of like what I did here. I love to do that. I put Stone of the Year 2024, Awakens Imagination. It has a protective blue ray, just like these two sisters feel protective of each other. And it helps you achieve a free flow of energy by releasing tension. Let it go. Just let that tension go. So this is my page for today, and I'm already getting started on the next page, and I will finish that up tomorrow. So be sure to come back for that. And I just want to thank you for coming along today and taking an interest in my fossil and rock collection and where I put my journals. And I want to wish everybody happy junk journaling. Bye-bye now.